Well, I was born and raised in Carlsbad in a family that was LDS and a very good LDS ward. I was going to church. I was very active. Got out of high school and decided to go to work in the oil fields to make some money for my mission. When I came back, I just wasn't taking it too seriously. Believed the church, but at the same time, I also had the addiction to pornography. I don't know if I can say that or not, but from a young age, and had been battling that the whole time. At the age of 21, I ended up getting myself excommunicated. I got involved in drugs and alcohol, mainly alcohol. I just got progressively wilder and wilder, and remember one day waking up and looking in the mirror and thinking, you're the worst person you know. And I was begging God to help me. I got past alcohol and drugs. I was going to a 12-step program. A lot of that had to do with the whole time I was praying in the evenings and reading the scriptures. I got to a point where I just, no matter what I did, I couldn't get back. I couldn't stop certain things. I was not doing the drugs and alcohol, but it was coffee and cigs and the pornography and just not being the best person I could be, and sex and blah, blah, blah. And I was going through a really, really rough patch, and I moved to this area, and I was feeling weak all the time and just getting more and more despondent and depressed. December 1st, 2013, a good friend of mine that I'd grown up with called me up.
He had been praying to Heavenly Father for rescue, and he was literally begging the Lord to help him find a way that he could come back. He asked, Owen, what's new in your life? And I said, well, everything's the same except I've been doing indexing.
And the next day, I'm talking to one of my brothers, and he said something about indexing. And so I downloaded the program and I got into it, and almost from the beginning, I could feel the Spirit. I could feel a difference.
He called me the very next morning and told me he had indexed his first 100 names and he was starting on his next 100.
At some point, I realized I'd gone longer than I'd ever gone before without looking at pornography. And I was getting excited, and I was talking to people in my bishopric about it, about indexing. And one of them wanted me to teach them, so I taught him, and then I taught someone else how to do it. I stopped not only looking at porn, I stopped wasting a lot of time on the internet. I actually kind of cut my TV time went way down. If I was having some kind of emotional or some kind of temptation or whatever, in 1.2 seconds, I could click on that icon, I could be doing the Lord's work and get through it real fast. I didn't want to watch, anything that looked inappropriate. I was praying in the morning and the evening. I was reading my scriptures daily without fail, trying to do all the things I could as a non-member. And I knew I just had the feeling I was close to getting rebaptized, but I just didn't know how long it was going to be. I figured it'd be a few months. And the bishop called me in and we talked.
I knew it was time. I called Stephen back into my office and began talking with him. And then I shared with him that the Lord had accepted what he has done. And it was time for him to be baptized again.
December 2nd, 2013 is when I started indexing. On April 25th of 2014, I was able to get past all of my addictions, go through the things with my bishop to get myself ready for it, all of that, and be able to get baptized last night. I just don't feel like doing anything wrong when I'm indexing. That's the best way to put it. I don't feel like committing any sins when I'm indexing. And it's not just for battling addictions, whether it be pornography or a word of wisdom or whatever it may be. Indexing for me brought the availability of the Spirit almost at will. Redeeming the dead has redeemed me, and it can work for anybody. Anybody.